going on, people? Welcome to United View. Welcome to the last road trip of the season, the last home game road trip of the season. And I know it's going to sound awful, but thank God, thank you that it's nearly over. And I mean that in the most respectful way. Obviously, you guys know we always go to the games and what we've been doing, so you know it's not coming from a place of hatred, but it's coming from a place of just, I've had enough. I've had enough, and the season can't end quick enough. And we play Brentford at 8 p.m. tonight. But before I get into that game, because again, there's not really much going on about the game and stuff like that, I do want to talk about a little bit of transfer news. Mark Ogden from ESPN has reported today that Man United still want Declan Rice. They want to have him in terms for his leadership qualities, his tenacity, and his mentality. They want to turn him into a modern-day Paul Ince. But more importantly, according to Mark Ogden, Man United feel that they have the best chance of signing Declan Rice this summer due to the lack of rivals. He feels like they feel like they have a clear run at the player. He also says that West Ham will hold out for a huge fee in excess of £100 million for Declan Rice, which we've known quite a while. But the chance to sign him this summer could prove pivotal because they know they're the only ones in for him. What do you think to that? I'll put that to the comments, put that to you guys in the comments. First of all, let me know what you think of that. For me, same summer, different summer, same shit. Basically, if we do that, we know we've only got potentially 150 to 200 million reported to spend. The big signings, the big money, I think we need to leave it alone. I think we need that budget to spread out. If we sign Declan Rice with that much money, would he improve our midfield? Yes. Would he bring £150 million worth of improvement? I don't believe so. I think we need to spread that out across the squad and really build something. If you could build with Declan Rice and loads of others, I get that. That would look great under Ten Hag. But let's face it, we're not in that position, in my opinion. I did toy with it a little bit. I've been there. I have been there over the course of this season, way earlier on in the season, when I was like, oh, you know what though? Kane, if you got Kane, if Ronaldo left, at least you got guaranteed 100 million. No, even I'm like, yeah, you lot are right. Everyone is saying no flex. Like, we need to get away from spending massive money on players and build something. There's got to be a lot more value out there than Declan Rice for 150 million, which I know that's posturing. It's a little bit of gamesmanship and it's a little bit of David Moyes trying to hang on to his star player. I get that, but it is, let's face it, it might not be 150 million, but it is going to be in excess of 100 million, and I know there's that saying of it's not our money, oh, what if we pay 80 million now and over installments do this and do that? Sometimes things happen in football and you can never say never. I understand that. And what if Ten Hag comes in and says, let me paint this picture. What if Ten Hag came in and said, no, I really like him, Pogba's going to leave, right? Just hear me out. I know I can hear people watching this saying, no flex, no. I'm just saying, hear me out. Ten Hag comes in and says, I really like the player. Even if you only get me him and one other, I'll work with it. I'll promote youngsters, I'll work with it. Because I believe that's the best thing for the football club and the best thing for the midfield I want to play. I'm not saying he's going to say that. But what if he did? Where would everyone stand on the whole get behind Ten Hag and what he wants thing then? Football's a funny thing. Do you know what I mean? If the manager came in and said, I really want him, I don't care what it costs. Or I know that he's going to be my main star and I might only get one other player if we sell a couple, etc. But that'll do me till January and we'll see where we're at. I don't know. Would the club get behind it in terms of this whole getting behind the manager thing, give him everything he wants? What if Ten Hag does want it? But for me, that's just a hypothetical. But for me, I feel like that's a Man United signing. That's something that's that's been decided way before Eric Ten Hag has got here. Man United have loved Declan Rice for ages. It looks like it's a shoo-in that he goes to Chelsea, to be honest. But, the fact that all the other rivals are being smart and letting Man United have a clear run because they're like, yeah, Declan Rice is not worth 120, 150 million. Not at all. Not at all. There's English tax and there's English tax. Jesus, that is some serious extra money that he just isn't worth that. For me, Declan Rice is a £70 million player. I know not in today's market with English tax, but that's what he should be. Do you know what I mean? 100, okay, you can say absolute max, and even that stinks, but he shouldn't be worth that. But it's the market. So if you want him and you want him now, you're gonna have to pay that, which is why we're getting reports of the rivals saying, well, you know what, we'll leave that Same way people didn't go for Haaland last year. We'll just wait for his release clause. I'm not saying Declan's got a release clause, but it's more of a, we'll just wait. Do you know what I mean? No one's coming in yet. We'll have to see. But for me, I've been burnt. We've been burnt. I don't want to see it. I'm fed up of seeing us spend huge money, and not address other gaping holes in the squad. We've got massive problems at fullback. We've got massive problems at centre back. We do have massive problems in centre mid, and he would be addressing some of that. I give that. We've got another massive problem in terms of forwards, because we're going to need another striker of significant quality, even if Ronaldo does stay. So for me, there's so much to address, and I wouldn't blow all of our budget on Declan Rice in this window. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe some people say, listen, he's what we need. Just pay the money and worry about it afterwards. You could still be in that camp. I'm certainly not, but you maybe. There was a little bit of news on the fact that Manchester United are still looking, obviously, like I touched on the striker. I saw some Darwin Núñez stuff that, you know, they're looking at him and stuff like that. But again, it's just small speculation. I'm not even getting involved in it. Small speculation. I think it's really going to start heating up when the season ends and we have some concrete stuff to report on the striker front as well. But to today's game, I mean, look, I said it yesterday on the Full View. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. I said it yesterday on the Full View that I would make quite a bit of changes, but I don't think Ralph's going to do that. You saw a lot of the youngsters play in the 23s, I think it was. So, you know, there isn't going to be too much changes in terms of them coming in and playing a big part in the game. That's certainly not going to happen. I think Ralph keeps it exactly the same. Me personally, I would start Mata. I would, instead of Bruno or Rashford, whichever one. I mean, I take it Jadon Sancho's still out with a tonsillitis thing. So I would just put Elanga on the left. I would put Mata on the right, or Lingard on the right, and I'd put Mata in the 10 for Bruno, whatever. Fullbacks, nothing we can do. And centre back, it's the same thing, and they just play Lindelof and Varane, to be honest. But there's not really much you could change apart from bringing in the youngsters, which we're not going to get. So again, bit of a dead rubber game. It's a dangerous game, though. It's a dangerous game. Brentford, they're safe. You know, they're playing very well. They've got nothing to fear. Ivan Toney's a handful. Buenu's a handful. You know, Christian Eriksen's pulling strings. So look, I think it could be a very, very difficult game for us. We've got faith in Ronaldo, of course. He's doing bits. I do hope on a personal for him that he can just keep scoring to the end of the season, which I've got a good feeling he will. I've got a good feeling he'll score tonight as well. But I just hope that he can just, you know, keep scoring. He's not going to be able to outscore Mo Salah, you probably think, because, you know, the next two games after this, regardless of what happens, obviously, is Brighton away, which I ain't looking forward to that. And Palace away last game of the season. I ain't looking forward to that. It'd be interesting to see if we win tonight, because I did predict, again, like I said before the Norwich game, before the Leicester game, I said I think we'll get only 2 more wins all season. One of them came against Norwich, which we scraped, and I think this is the one we'll probably win. And I can't see us beating Brighton or Palace away. So I don't like it. I don't like it. Hopefully we do get that win, and we'll see. Ooh, big motorway shot there. That's not everyone's right. So yeah, team news is as it is. I think Fred may be back. There is talk about Fred being back, so we'll have to wait and see about that. That's a bit of a plus. And lastly, I'll leave you guys with this. Very interesting to see what happens at the end of the game with the lap of honour. You know, I say lap of honour, lap of appreciation to the fans, because that's what it is. It isn't even honour. It's appreciation, because we've had to endure an absolute shit show of a season. Be interested to see what sort of reception the players get. Be interesting to see how the players do it. In my opinion, they must do it. There's no shying away from it. You don't get to play as shit if you've played all season and had the type of season that they've had and just run off down the tunnel. And that's Ronaldo included as well. I really do hope Ronaldo stays and gives a clap to the fans as well. I think that'll be a nice touch. He's done his job. He's been amazing, but I know in the heat of the moment, regardless, especially if we lose or we draw and he's not happy, but regardless of the result tonight, I think he definitely needs to do it. They all need to. They all need to. They all need to. And I do. And you know what? Fans have the right to say what they want to say. Fans have the right to express themselves. I get that. And it's been absolutely shocking. And you know what? People want to voice that frustration in the right way, then so be it. But you don't want to see it get absolutely toxic at the end. You know, you don't want to see like a Pogba situation, even though it probably won't be there. You know, where you're walking up to the fans and it's getting toxic. They're swearing, they're making, you know, wanker signs and shit like that to the flipping players and saying, go on, get out. I do hope they get a round of applause in terms of fronting it up. Not too much praise, because it's not about that. It's about saying thank you for acknowledging us at least. But I don't want to see it get too toxic. But I do fear that it probably will be, especially if we don't get a good result. But they even if we, you know, win, lose or draw, like I said, them players better be standing in that centre circle or going around the stadium and clapping the fans, because it's been an absolute horrendous stuff. And you know what? A lot of players are leaving. It'd be interesting to see if players who are definitely leaving, who might not even be in the squad, so obviously Cavani and people like Pogba, be interesting to see if those players will be there. You know, Harry Maguire's got a niggle, but you know, hopefully he should be there as captain, even if he's in his normal track clothes or whatever. You don't care if he's in a pair of bootcut jeans and a bloody top. He should be there. He's your captain. Hopefully we get to see that. So we shall see. We shall see. Smash the like on the video. Give me a prediction for the game. I'm going with something to be pretty. It's going to be nice. Brentford will surely score for me. We don't keep clean sheets. Last home game of the season, 2-1 win. 2-1 win. Ronaldo rescue. Horrible, stinky performance. I think it will be a 2-1 win, just about. If not, then maybe a draw. Could even get turned over. Who knows? That's my prediction. Give me yours. Smash the like on the video and subscribe if you're new. Make sure you keep KG company on the match view. Make sure you join Owen and Co on the full-time view, and then we will be at you guys as soon as we can with match views from the stadium. We're out of it. Peace.